Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a fascinating chapter of financial history. A story that reshaped global economies forever. We're talking about the incredible journey of how gold, the ultimate symbol of wealth and stability for millennia, eventually lost its crown to something as simple as paper. Get ready, because we're re-exploring when gold lost its crown. The day paper money took over the world. For thousands of years, gold was king. From ancient Egypt to the Roman Empire, and through countless civilizations, its scarcity, durability, and undeniable beauty made it the perfect medium for exchange and a store of value. Imagine holding a piece of gold. It feels substantial, real, powerful. You could melt it down, mold it, and it would retain its intrinsic worth. This wasn't just about pretty jewelry. It was the backbone of economic trust. People believed in gold because it had universal acceptance and a tangible value that didn't depend on a government's decree. Every transaction, every large-scale trade, often came back to a certain amount of this precious metal. It was a simpler time, in a way, where wealth was something you could literally hold in your hands. So, how did we go from universally accepted gold coins to the slips of paper in our wallets today? The transition wasn't a sudden revolution, but a slow, evolving process driven by necessity, innovation, and, surprisingly, convenience. The first steps towards paper money actually began as a way to represent gold, not replace it. Imagine merchants traveling across dangerous territories with vast amounts of gold. It was risky, heavy, and cumbersome. So, they started depositing their gold with trusted goldsmiths, who would issue them receipts, essentially a promise to pay the bearer that specific amount of gold on demand. These receipts were the very first form of paper money. These early paper notes were incredibly useful. Instead of hauling around heavy gold, people could simply exchange these receipts. Over time, these receipts began to circulate freely, often without the need to redeem them for physical gold every single time. People started trusting the promise behind the paper. This was a crucial psychological shift from valuing the intrinsic worth of the metal to valuing the credibility of the issuer, the goldsmith, and later, the bank. As trade expanded and economies grew, carrying large quantities of metal became increasingly impractical. Paper money offered a lightweight, easily divisible, and portable solution that gold simply couldn't match. Fast forward to the 17th and 18th centuries, and governments started getting involved. They saw the potential of paper money to finance wars, stimulate economies, and manage national finances more effectively. Central banks began issuing their own banknotes, often with the promise that these notes could be exchanged for a fixed amount of gold. This was the era of the gold standard. Under the gold standard, a country's currency was directly linked to a specific weight of gold. For example, a dollar might be defined as worth a certain fraction of an ounce of gold. This system provided a sense of stability and confidence, as it theoretically limited how much money a government could print. If you printed too much, you wouldn't have enough gold to back it, leading to a loss of trust. The gold standard served the world for a long time, but it wasn't without its challenges. One major issue was its inflexibility. During economic crises or times of war, governments needed to increase spending, but they were limited by their gold reserves. This could lead to deflationary pressures and hinder economic recovery. Plus, international trade could be complicated, as the flow of gold between nations often dictated currency exchange rates, making monetary policy difficult to manage independently. The global economy was growing too complex, too dynamic, for such a rigid system. The cracks in the gold standard really started to show during the World Wars and the Great Depression. These global events put immense strain on national treasuries. Governments needed to print vast amounts of money to fund the war effort or stimulate failing economies. Maintaining convertibility to gold became impossible. Countries started suspending the gold standard, realizing that economic recovery and stability sometimes required more flexibility than gold allowed. It became clear that tying a nation's entire financial health to a finite physical commodity was becoming an outdated concept in an increasingly interconnected and rapidly changing world. The final, definitive nail in the coffin for gold's reign came in 1971. For decades after World War II, the Bretton Woods system had pegged the US dollar to gold and other currencies were pegged to the dollar. This made the dollar the world's reserve currency, backed by the largest gold reserves. But by the early 1970s, the US was facing economic challenges, including inflation and a balance of payments deficit. Foreign nations began converting their dollars into gold, draining America's reserves. On August 15, 1971, President Richard Nixon announced that the US would no longer convert dollars to gold at a fixed value. This historic decision effectively ended the international gold standard and fully ushered in the era of fiat money. So, what is fiat money? Unlike gold-backed currency, fiat money is not convertible into gold or any other commodity. Its value comes from government decree. It's fiat and the collective trust that people have in it. Essentially, it's valuable because a government says it is, and because people believe it will be accepted as payment for goods and services. This system gives central banks much more flexibility to manage their economies, allowing them to adjust interest rates, control the money supply, and respond to economic shocks without being constrained by physical gold reserves. It's a double-edged sword, though, as this flexibility also carries the risk of inflation if not managed responsibly. Today, paper money, in its various forms, including digital currency, is the bedrock of the global financial system. While gold still holds a significant place as an investment, a hedge against inflation, and a symbol of wealth, it no longer serves as the primary medium of exchange or the ultimate backing for our currencies. We live in a world where economic value is largely built on trust, policy, and the promise of future prosperity, rather than a shining yellow metal. It's a remarkable transformation, a testament to humanity's ability to adapt and innovate in the face of evolving economic challenges. The journey from gold coins to digital transactions is a story of pragmatism, trust, and the constant evolution of human society. It reminds us that even the most fundamental aspects of our world can change. What do you think about the shift from gold to paper money? Did we make the right choice? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into financial history, please hit that like button, subscribe for more fascinating content, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.